My wife and I had great plans of building our last forever dream home together. God obviously had different plans for us. Well, good morning. We're back out here at Pineland Cottage this morning. As you can hear maybe in the background, we got some birds chirping and singing this morning. They like to come out early in the morning and sing, especially after a heavy rain that we had yesterday. We had a thunderstorm and weather system come through that really poured down some rain yesterday, kind of stopped a little bit of our progress here. You can see behind me that we've got a bunch of dirt. Let's see, we got I think about 12 or 13 loads full of dirt that's supposed to be here inside the foundation today, but we've got rained out today. We're probably gonna have some more rain today too. When we get back to work, we'll use that dirt, fill this in over here, get it nice and compacted in 8-inch lifts. And then we'll be ready to rough in our plumbing and electrical and do our interior footings and then put our plastic down and then cap it out with our slab on top. But that's kind of just a little bit of the construction progress update. It's been a while though since I kind of just given a personal update on things. You may have seen a video at the very beginning. We did our initial interview, kind of telling you what we're doing with the house, why we're doing things, what's going on with things. You actually saw me and my wife in that interview. That was back in September of last year. What you didn't know last year, you probably didn't know, was that she was battling stage 4 colon cancer at the time. And we were very hopeful that that would be taken care of through doctors and chemo and all the treatments that she was going through. She was a very strong person. She was a great fighter with that. She never complained about anything, just kept so positive and stayed very strong through the whole process. But just back in February, we unfortunately lost my wife. And so she's not here to see all this anymore. But I wanted to kind of tell you what we're going through and why maybe some things are going a little slower than we anticipated initially. You know, it's said that man makes his plans, but God guides his steps. And my wife and I had great plans of building our last forever dream home together. Because if you've gone on our website and seen our story too, that we did this before. About 16 years ago, we actually got to build our first house together a year after we got married. And so luckily she and I were able to do that together and saw that come to fruition. But as much as we made plans to do that again this time, God obviously had different plans for us. As you can imagine, this is a very tough time for me personally. It's nothing I thought I would ever have to do. This is about the hardest thing I've ever done, if not the hardest. I know it's the hardest thing because, I don't have my person here with me that I've been doing life with for almost 19 years of marriage come May. And so this video is also just a kind of a true testimony for her, who she was for me, that I wanted to share with you, because this building of this house is not just building a house anymore. It's building a house to honor her and her legacy that she wanted this house to be built for. us as a couple, but us as a family. I have a 14-year-old daughter who you've probably seen in another video that, praise God, she's doing better than I am with this somehow. But I want to build this house to really just cherish the memories I had with Julie and thinking about and planning this house. And, even up till the last month of her life that we were trying to pick out tile and, make plans and pick out paint colors and do all those fun things that come with building a house together. Because at the end of the day, though, too, this is just a house. This is just bricks and lumber and wood and stuff. And in the bigger picture of life, this really doesn't matter. What matters is how we treat people, how we love people. And that was the true testimony of who Julie was. I've been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support from our church family, our community, our friends. Julie was truly loved by so many people, but I get to see now how many people actually love us as well. And so I just wanted to take a minute in this video to, again, talk about Julie and just let you know what's going on with us and how we're trying to move forward in life and move forward in this project. This is not easy making this video either, but I thought it would be a good part of the healing process. It's still pretty raw. It was just in February, and now this is just the first part of April. So I'm still trying to navigate the road ahead. But I trust that the Lord will see us through this. Hopefully He can provide some kind of miracle too, because prices of things just continue to go up on us, which is just crazy. The times that we live in, what all's going on in our world, right? But as we know where Julie is now, I'm truly confident that she's sitting with Jesus right now. And that's really what's most important. If you don't know Christ, if you're not a Christian, I highly recommend you take a step back, look at your life, and make sure that you understand where you're going to go when you leave this earth. Because if you don't, the other option is you can spend eternity in hell. And it's not that I'm trying to preach or be a pastor here, but if I can share our faith with you, because that's what only got us through this last couple of years, and actually our 19 years of marriage too, and even in the good times, our faith got us through. It got us through even more so in the bad times. And so, only Christ can save you. And you would rather be living in a place of eternity where you can rejoice and be with people that have gone on before you. Because I know I want to be there with Julie again someday. She was the greatest wife that I could ever been blessed with. She was the greatest mother, the greatest friend, my best friend, my greatest cheerleader, my biggest supporter, and a lot of other people's biggest cheerleaders and supporters too, by the way. So even though I got to only spend about 20 years on earth here with her, I can't wait till I can spend eternity with her in heaven. And I don't want to be separated from that. And the only way I can be confident in knowing that is that I have to trust Christ, follow Him, and say, Lord, I can't do this on my own. And I trust You to do it for me. And I turn away from all my natural human ways, all the sin that's in my life, and trust you, only you, and to save me from those sins. Because Jesus came here as a man. He only lived 33 years, died on the cross, a very harsh death to save you and me. So if he came here to do that for us, for me and you, it's really important that you trust him, because he has your best in mind, even through the hardships of life. I don't understand why God chose to take my wife and that she couldn't live to see this. And I don't understand all the ways of God. But it's not up to me to understand those ways. He doesn't want you to understand his plan. He wants you to trust him and know that he has your best in mind. And so I'm looking forward to more positive days ahead. And so, I'm sorry I'm rambling on, but again, I just wanted to take some time to share with you about what we're going through personally as a family, why maybe there'll be some setbacks, some delays, not only because of our personal situation, but with lumber prices just continue to skyrocket. Our last lumber price quote was increased by 40%. So that wasn't in our initial budget. So we may have to take a pause, an extended pause of time before we actually start building the house after we get the foundation completely done. But we will continue to move forward in some way, some capacity, however we can. But I just want you to know how much fun and excitement we had planned last year to do this house, and just kind of where we stand now. I'm sure my wife is looking down on us and trying to help as much as she can. We appreciate everybody subscribing, watching, following along. I love seeing the comments. Love seeing people so excited to see that we're still moving forward. But again, I just wanted to share some time with you. And I appreciate all the prayers and support, like I said earlier, and continue to send those, because I've got a 14-year-old daughter to raise, and it's not going to be easy these next years of her life or my life. So for now, again, I appreciate you watching, and God bless you.